Okay, we are officially starting our group chat, and I'm actually down here in Whistler, Canada on vacation doing this group chat here today. So you notice my background's a little different. My hotel, there's Amy, by the way. We have like a little suite here in the mountains. So anyways, today we are going to cover a lot on some advanced appraisal tips, and then I'm going to do like an open question and answer. It looks like we have a smaller group chat today, so that way I can help everybody out with some specific questions for the people that showed up. I'll let you guys ask whatever that you have a question on. Remy says, nice, my son just flew in from Minnesota. Sweet, nice. Yeah, we're going to Seattle tomorrow, and then we're going for a couple days, and then we're going to Denver, Colorado as well. We're just in Victoria, Canada, which is a nice place. All right, so let's get right into the appraisals. Here we go. Let me share my screen, and let's do some. I'll start off with some basic ones, and then we will get into the advanced stuff. All right. So first off, really quick, just to show you guys a little motivation, is our eBay sales for the last 30 days. And yes, this morning, I listed $10,000 worth of phones. Now we already sold 2,000 of them, so there's only 8,000 left, but was not been pretty decent lately. Let's do. I'm going to not show you guys this because I don't want you to see what we sold it for. So I'm going to sharing off my screen. I'm going to pick a phone, and let's see what you guys would appraise it for. Okay, I got some good tricky ones. But let's start off with an easy one. Let's do this. Give me an iPhone 6 cracked for AT&T. iPhone 6 cracked working screen for AT&T. Tell me what it would, everybody participate, okay? So tell me what in the chat, how much it would sell for on eBay, and how much would you guys pay for it? I'll tell you what we sold it for literally today and what we bought it for. Okay, Kevin was the quickest one on the gut trigger here. He said buy for 50, sell for 130. All right, any other takers? Grant says buy for 40, sell for 100. Pavlin says buy for 30, sell for 110. Yev says buy for 30, sell for 85. Okay, let's get everybody participating on this because a lot of people that think they're good at appraisals are usually off. And if you're not on your appraisal by $5 in this lower price range, then you definitely want to work on your appraisal. So I'll show you guys how to appraise very accurately. All right, we've gotten a lot of responses. Good. Now, by the way, how fast? I see you guys still typing. Great. 50, sell for 130, buy for 40, sell for 120, buy for 30, sell for 60. Okay, I see you guys are answering pretty quickly here on this. How fast can you guys do your appraisals? Type in the average time it takes you to do your appraisal per customer. 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes. How long would you guys say? 1 minute, 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds, 3 minutes right now. Be honest, guys. It's good. 1 to 2 minutes. Not there yet. 1 minute. Okay. Does everybody know how fast you're supposed to do appraisals? You guys should be able to do an appraisal in under 30 seconds. And that's being conservative. It takes me about 15 seconds to do an appraisal, and that's being slow. So you really want to try to do your appraisals in less than 30 seconds, and you're going to get a lot more phones that way, okay? So let me show you some techniques how to do appraisals very quickly. All right, so we're going to go to eBay. Now, just so you know, we sold that for $84.95, all right? Now, I don't know what we paid for it. Let me see what we paid for it. 30 bucks. That's about right. So we bought it for 30, we sold for 85, all right? Which is pretty much spot on. That's exactly what you probably should offer and sell it for. All right. Remy says, damn, I was spot on. Good job, Remy. Okay, so if you were off, let's find out why. So you go to the eBay search bar. We're going to type in iPhone 6 AT&T. Now, what you guys type in when you're searching to do appraisals is very important because if you type in the wrong thing, you might get different results, or you might limit your results or limit your comparables, all right? So for this one, I'm going to type in iPhone AT&T smartphone cracked. I'm not going to type in cracked screen or cracked working. I'm just going to type in iPhone 6 AT&T smartphone cracked, like that. All right? I'm going to go here to go to sold. Remember that. You always want to make sure we're going by the sold listings. Hey, look at that. There's my phone right there. Sold August 21st. That's me. All right. But normally we're not going to run into that. Now, here's one that sold. This is 64 gigabyte. Okay? So you got to be really careful of this. See, the one we sold was only 16 gig. So we can't use that. All right? This is a 6S Plus. We can't use that. Okay, someone asked if I was going to use 16 gigabyte. No, I'm not going to do that at first. Now, there are a lot of listings, so now I probably will. So now I'll add 16 gig, but I don't want to limit my search. So I always leave the gigabytes off on the first search. All right, here we go. Remember, be careful with the 6 or the 6S. Make sure you don't confuse those because you'll be off on your appraisals. Here we go. This one seems close. iPhone 6 16 gig cracked working screen for 76 bucks. I don't know what they charge for shipping, but probably around 80. Comes out to about 80. This one sold for 75. So it looks like I actually got the high end on it, which is great. But this one sold for $89.95. That's a cracked LCD though. I'm surprised it sold that high. Here's a cracked working screen. This was sold for about 95 with the shipping. So we priced it just about right at the 85. Okay, now how do you come up to 85? Well, you got to look for market dips, guys, because a lot of you guys have said, well, oh, new phones are coming out. You know, my appraisals have been off. So here's how you notice that trend, all right? So if you look here, you'll see this one sold for 76, 75, okay? But if you look earlier in the week, you'll see 89, 90. What does that tell you, guys? When you see a couple listings for like 75 here and you see some for 90, you know, just a week earlier, what does that tell you? Can anybody tell me? Type in the chat if you know what that means. That means the market is dropping, okay? So you don't want to use those old appraisal numbers. If the market is starting to drop, you want to use only the freshest ones and go by the drop price. So like me personally, I actually would have appraised that phone at 75. Now, I got lucky and sold it at 85. So if you guys actually did appraise it at 75, let me see if anybody appraised it at 75. I would say you actually did a pretty good job. Wow, a lot of people overappraised this. I'm saying sell for 100, sell for 110, sell for 130. Wow, guys, you're going to lose a lot of money if you're appraising. Now, for everybody that said sell for 110, 120, or 100, if you appraise this phone at $100, can you guys tell me what you were like looking at? Why you? I want to find out why you appraised that at $100 because you're really off on that. And if you make one little mistake, guys, that's what costs you money in this business, and it's very frustrating. Once you buy, you own the phone, right? So remember, the money is made when we buy, guys, not when we sell. When we sell these phones, that's it. We're going to get them. We know we're going to sell. We know eBay, we can sell the phone. We're going to make money when we buy it. So that's where you got to be really careful and make sure whatever you're buying is exactly what they told you, and you appraised it as that, okay? Someone says you count the auction listings. Absolutely. The auctions are the most accurate representation of the current market, right? Not the buy it nows. The auctions are more accurate. So you always want to go by that. And if yours sells a little higher, like I got lucky, mine sold for a little bit more than what they're typically selling for, I'll take it. But we only paid $30 for it, so I win either way, right? But you always buy at a price that you win no matter what. Because when you overpay like that, you're going to have your phone up for a week trying to squeeze every nickel and penny out of there. And the funny thing is the market will probably drop and you lose even more money. Anybody ever done that, overpaid, and then you try to squeeze every little penny out of the listing because you paid too much for the phone? That's not a fun position to be in, right? And it pisses you off. You don't want to be doing that. Chris says, yes, laugh out loud. So let's do another one. Wallace says, yes. James says, done it. Most of us in this business all have, right? We all praise the phone high. Don't be desperate to buy phones. Always buy on the low and then negotiate. All right, let's do another one. Let me pick another phone here. I'm going to pick another one that I just sold. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get a little trickier on you now. Let's pick a good one. Should I go right to a really hard one or a medium one? What do you guys think? Medium or really hard one? Which one do you prefer? Hard? I'm going to go right to a hard one. Here we go. You ready? Let's do a no power iPhone X. Okay, remember this. No power iPhone X 64 gigabyte Xfinity phone with a bad ESN. No power Xfinity 64 gigabyte bad ESN. Let's see what you guys would pay for it. How much did you pay for it? How much did you sell it for? This is a very tricky one. No power Xfinity phone, iPhone X, 64 gigabyte. Remember, it has no power, and it's a bad ESN. Let's see what the numbers are on this one. I appraised this in about 20 seconds. Buy for 130, sell for 250. Buy for 130, sell for 250. You can't look at my eBay store and see what I sold, by the way. That's cheating. Kevin says buy for 120 and sell for 250. James says buy for 150, sell for 329. Everybody's appraising the phone up, the one phone that I sold today. It's funny. You guys are all looking at my listing. I know it. I know it's you because you're telling me the exact price. You guys, I see you laughing. I picked the wrong one.
It's too rare.
I'm like, damn, how is everybody spot on with this? You guys are all laughing. Yeah. You know, you saw my listings. All right. I picked it. You guys cheated, so I got to do another one. But watch. I'll show you why. This is what happened. So there it is right there. Xfinity sold for $249.95. You probably already saw it because that was the only phone that was there. Xfinity. I totally forgot that my listings show up. No power, iPhone X. Let's see. I don't even need to type smartphone on this one. And let's see. For sold items, I bet it comes up. Yep, there it is. Number one right at the top. There's my listing. Budget cheaters. All right. Let's do another one. Let's do another one now. Let me pick another one. Oh, it's hard to pick the hard ones because then you guys can just look it up because I already sold it. All right, how about this one? This one's not super hard, but an iPad Air 2. Let's see what you think about that. iPad Air 2, 16 gigabyte. Tell me how much you would sell for and what you'd buy it for. iPad Air 2. Type it in the chat. What would you sell it on eBay for? How much would you pay for it? See, Asher says buy for 90, sell for 200. Yev says buy for 70, sell for 150. Jamar says sell for 175, buy 90. Kevin says buy for 130, sell for 250. Eric says sell for 170, buy for 85. Whoa, these numbers are all over the place. Robert says 70, sell for 150, buy for 70, sell for 160. Buy for 120, sell for 260. Buy for 65, sell for 160. All right. Eli says buy for 65, sell for 150. Let's see. We sold it. The correct answer is 150 is what we sold it for. All right. And let's see what we paid for it. Let me share my screen. And then we'll actually go through the appraisal because you guys didn't get to learn much with that other one. Oops, I clicked on the wrong button. Sorry. Where is it? iPad Air 2. Okay, here we go. This one sold just 3 days ago on our account. We paid 80 for it, and we sold it for 150. We paid a little bit higher than we probably should. Probably should have bought that for 65, honestly. So if you said 65, you got it right. We should have paid 80 for that. It was too high. And we appraised it for about 149. So let's do the actual appraisal on this and see what comes up and how we do the appraisal. So iPad Air 2, 16 gig. So if you said 150, you nailed it. 145, 150, 155, you're good. Anything else, then you got to work on your appraisal skill. So let's take a look here. iPad Air 2 sold for 182. That seems a little high. Let's see what else. iPad Air 2, 170, 175. These are cellular. Okay. So be careful of this, all right? Because I wanted to see, like, wait a minute, why are these prices higher? But here's the reason why. Because see, one of them says cellular. The cellular ones are going to sell higher. And that was just Wi-Fi. So let's investigate a little bit further here and see what's going on. That one we're not going to count. I don't know what's up with that, but that's way off. $93 is too low. It's not. Generally, premium winning. Maybe I lowballed myself on this one. I'm going to price it too low on accident. I was in a rush this morning. Well, here's one, 152. 150. Okay, so around this time, the market was selling for 150. Now, maybe eBay just slowed down around that time. Here's 165. So it is about 150. It was right. That was correct. Someone says I saw it. So be careful with that, right? So when you're – see, this is why you got to find three. Because if you just look at these first two, you're going to go, oh, wait a minute, 182, 170, that sounds about right. But you might be, oh, this is three. I guess if you said 170, you could be right. Now, I'm not sure why mine only sold for 150 and the last three sold at 175. I don't know. That's kind of a strange phenomenon. Let me see if I can see the original listing. See if there's anything wrong with it or something. Nope. So maybe just the market dipped last week, but now it's back and it's a little higher. So, all right, if you said 170, then you appraised accurately based on these appraisals here. Mine had just sold because it was a little slower week or something, I guess. I don't know. But 180, 170. So if you said about 175, you'd probably be right. And in this situation, we did buy it right at 80. It's probably what my employee thought it was going to sell for is the 170. For some reason, it only sold for 150. See, here's the thing. Chris says the market changes are a pain. They're not really, because if you buy it right, not really that big of a deal, right? So, like, if I bought this for 80 bucks and it sells for 160, at the end of the day, do I really lose? Not really, right? So whenever you guys buy, as long as you buy at the right price, you really don't lose. It might change by $10 or $20, but at the end of the day, you're still going to make good money regardless. And sometimes the market goes up and you make more. It always balances out. So don't worry about little things like that or get frustrated by them. All right, should we do one more appraisal, guys? Yes? Okay, let's do another appraisal. I'm going to try to give you the hardest one I can. Let's see. What do I got that's tricky here? Oh, it's not that hard, but I'll give you this one. Let's try an Apple Watch Series 3 with the GPS. Apple Watch Series 3 with the GPS. Let's see, what would it sell for and how much would you pay for it? And guys, Apple Watches are good money. So if you're not buying Apple Watches, you're missing out. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Apple Watches we sold just this week. That's almost $1,000 in sales from Apple Watches just this week only, guys. So, you know, that's $1,000, and the profit on that is probably about $400 or $500 around there. So, I mean, you're missing out $400 or $500 profit a week just by not buying smartwatches. So make sure that you guys are aggressively trying to buy those. All right, so let's see what everybody's appraisal comes out as. Buy for 150, sell for 300. Buy for 140, sell for 265. Buy for 145, sell for 300. Someone says, what size is it? It's 38 millimeter. Sorry, 38 millimeter. Apple Watch Series 3, 38 millimeter with the GPS. 38 millimeter. Everybody did 38 millimeter? Okay. Buy for 140, sell for 270. So let's take a look and see what it actually sold for. So if we go to, here it is. It sold for $249.95. So if you said about $250, you were accurate. Let's see what we paid for this. We paid $160. So that's just about the top amount I would pay for a $250 item like a smartwatch. I would have preferred to buy it for $140, $150, but $160 is still very profitable, and I'm going to make about 60 bucks on that. So 60 bucks after fees and everything. So it's still not bad, okay? Now, I mean, someone says, yeah, that's high. But it's not really. If you're going to make $60 on a $160 investment, that's still pretty decent money, right? And I'd rather take it than lose it. So, I mean, I would have rather buy it for 140 if I could negotiate more. But if I got to get it at that price, I'll take it all day, right? Because 250 minus fees is 225 still. 225 minus 160 is $65 profit after fees. So, $65 profit after fees for a $160 investment. All right. So let's do the appraisal on it and figure out what the deal is. Apple Watch Series 3, 38 millimeter. Okay, that's going to be my search term. Pay attention to the search term, guys. It's very important. Okay, and then I'm going to take a GPS with this actually as well. Remember, because I said GPS. So here's one, 270, 280, 259.95, 304. This is brand new. We can't go by this. This is brand new. You can't go by this. This one has got all the accessories. I don't like going by appraisals like that, so I'm not going to use that one either. This one I'm going to use, $259.95. I'll use that. I'll use this one, $255, $264. So our price is spot on, right? We said $250. It's a little bit on the low end, but I drop my price $10 a day because I just like to move stuff fast. So it's pretty much on. So if you said about $255, you nailed it. between 255 to 260, you did a solid appraisal on this. And I would have paid it 260, and I offer between 130 to 170 on that. Probably 130 is a good starting price to 170. So if you said between 130 to 170 to buy and in about 260 to sell, 260, 270, you did good with your appraisal. All right. Any questions on this, guys? Do the boxes add value? No. The boxes are garbage. So I don't appraise any higher if they have the boxes. I mean, if it sells a little, it might sell $5 higher or something, but I don't pay more for that stuff. I don't give any extra price based on accessories. If they say, oh, it's got the box, I got the charger. The charger with the watch might make a difference because those chargers are little on the phone. So I probably might go on the higher range for, if it has all the stuff with it, but I'm not going to pay that much more. So the box, no. The box is not that great. Nobody cares about the box that much in order to pay more. Because you don't use the box, you use the watch. Okay, questions up to this point, guys. Do you want to continue to do more appraisals? How much do you avoid blacklisted items? I'm not sure what you mean by avoiding blacklisted items. We check the ESN. You do your best to try to avoid it. You make sure if you're getting a driver's license and having them sign the bill of sale, you'll be okay. You're not going to get a lot of crooks, and sometimes you get blacklisted items. As long as you're buying T-Mobile is bad ESN, Sprint is bad ESN, and you're checking the IMEIs for Verizon and AT&T before you buy, you're not going to have a whole lot of problems. Because if you do buy it as a bad ESN and it becomes blacklisted, you just resell it on eBay and you're still going to make money on it. So it's okay. When do we ask for the ESN? The best time is at this point, unless you're going to drive really far, is probably when you meet, because it's, you're going to give them a price based on a bad ESN usually. Anyways, for most carriers, that's what we do at least. James says, hey, what does Verizon do with their phones when customers turn them in? I don't know, but who cares, right? It doesn't really do anything for our business, so let's not worry about that because it doesn't really help us too much, right? Let's focus on making more money for ourselves. Lauren says, T-Mobile and Sprint, bad ESN, and Verizon and AT&T check IMEI. Yeah, so T-Mobile and Sprint, always bad ESN. Verizon and AT&T, you check the IMEI. Okay, so good questions. Anybody else have a question? Do you guys want to do an open question and answer like this where you can just ask whatever you want for the next half hour? Or do you want me to do a little teaching session? What do you guys prefer? Chris says ads. Lauren says preach, teaching session. Chio says ads, learn some principles, teach, motivation. All right. So let me find out where everybody's at, and then I'll teach you guys depending on what I think that you need the most help with. All right, who here is at least at 5,000 or more per month right now in sales? Say yes if you are, and no if you're not. Please participate so I know. Yes, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes, no, 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 no. No, no, yes, close, yes. eBay's holding me back, no, no. Chris is yes, he's at 15,000. Will, yes. George, no. Okay, good. Thank you for the honest feedback, guys. All right, so about 40% of you guys are over 5,000 right now. For everybody who's under 5,000, everybody type in how many. This is only for the people who are under 5,000. Please don't type in if you're over 5,000. If you're under 5,000 right now, how many ads do you have on Craigslist and how many ads do you have in Facebook group posts? Please type that in the chat. If you're under 5,000 for the month in sales, type that in right now. Type in how many Craigslist ads you have up. If you don't know how many Craigslist ads you have up, that's your number one problem. Kevin says 5 Craigslist ads and 10 Facebook. I have about, Lee says 30 Craigslist ads. Jesus says 0. James says not enough. Not enough is not a specific answer. So give me exactly. Is it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I want to know numbers so I can figure out what you guys are doing. Jamar says 7 ads at Craigslist, 10 Facebook groups. Asher says 50 on Craigslist, 60 on Facebook. Asher, you're under 5,000 a month and you have 50 ads on Craigslist and 60 on Facebook. Can you unmute yourself for a second? See, someone says 25 Craigslist ads, 8 Craigslist. So if you notice, guys, most of the people, only Asher's the only one who has 50 Craigslist. Most of the people.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Give me 1 second. Most of the people under 5,000 have less than 10 Craigslist ads, guys. Okay? If you want to be broke, guys, copy what broke people do. If you want to be rich, copy what rich people do. So again, giving you a little tough love. So please don't take offense to this, guys. But if you don't want to, most of the members that have hit 10 or 15,000 a month, they have over 50 Craigslist ads, and they're posting on Facebook groups 10 times a day. Okay, so we'll do a live Craigslist. We'll do a live Craigslist posting today to make sure you guys actually do this, because I don't know if you don't know how, if it's lack of motivation, you're afraid, or what. But Asher, let's take a look at Asher's post. So Asher, you're not at 5,000 a month in sales right now?
No, I was out of town in Israel for a few weeks, and then my first week getting back, I got 2,000. So it's because I was out of town that I haven't hit 5,000.
All right, so his first week back, he's got $2,000 in sales. So that's why.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 16, so that's not too bad.
Okay, so guys, you see the direct correlation there? His first week back from Israel, he does $2,000 for the week in sales. He's got 50 Craigslist ads. Guys, the formula works. It only works if you don't work it. Okay, so if you want to continue to not make money in this business, just don't listen to anything I say. All right. So here's your formula to be broke. Ready? Don't post 50 ads on Craigslist. Don't post 10 Facebook groups a day. Don't watch any of the course videos. Don't post any questions in the Facebook group. Don't network with any of the members. Never volunteer on a group chat. Never participate. Guarantee you'll be broke. That's the formula for being broke. So just do those things, and I promise you guys, this is my course on how to be broke flipping phones. Don't do 50 ads on Craigslist. Don't post in 10 Facebook groups today. Don't talk to anybody else in the course that's successful. Don't post any questions in the Facebook groups. Don't participate in the group chat. Never say you did anything wrong, and say you know everything all the time. Guarantee you'll be broke. Okay, so that being said, Asher says, and go on vacation. Look, it's okay to go on vacation. I'm on vacation right now. But the cool thing is, see, I can get away with it because, see, here's my sales. I'm at 28,000 for the month. So I earn my vacation, right? You can do that. You can take vacations. This is why we work hard. But make sure you do all the things right first. We have over 80 ads on Craigslist, and we post in 5 to 10 Facebook groups a day. We walked over a suspension bridge 7,000 feet in the air, and before we did that, Amy posted the Craigslist ads for the day, and we went in Facebook groups and we posted. Remy says, Drill Sergeant David. Okay, and not only that, I also listed $10,000 in phones this morning. So I have the right to go on vacation, okay? So guys, when you do, see, the cool part is about going to work is like you get to reap the rewards when you do the things that other successful people are doing. You get to live like a successful person, right? So that's a good thing. So I hope I'm not trying to be hard on you. I'm trying to give you guys a little tough love and some motivation to be like, well, wait a minute. Oh shit, I'm my own worst enemy in this business, okay? It isn't the customers, guys. It's not the guy who was an asshole to you yesterday on the phone. It isn't eBay. It's not eBay scammers. It's you. You are your own worst enemy if you're not following this program. So let's all get to work right now, and let's post a Craigslist ad. Remy says, no, we need this. Bring it. All right. So everybody, let's all go on Craigslist together right now, all right? And let's post a live ad together. Oh, look at this. Comes up Vancouver Craigslist when I search for Craigslist because I'm in Canada.
You didn't do it on our account?
No, actually, I'm not going to actually post it because I don't want to mess because the IP address, but I'll just walk them through it and then we'll post it. All right, so I'm going to pick one. I'm not actually going to hit submit because we're in Canada right now. It's going to mess up. I have to do it a certain way, so I'm not going to post on mine, but I want you guys to post on yours, okay? So here's one of my Craigslist accounts here. We've got one. First of all, let's look at the categories. Remember, local news and views, wanted, electronics, financial service, small business ads. See this, guys? This is what your account should look like. You should have different ads all in every section. It should be in one city, one section, okay? And you should have a variety of different ads with all different headlines that look professional. Now, if you haven't, guys, so Remy says, I'm on the section for Craigslist ads in the course. Okay, I'm confused on what category. So you want wanted by owner, you want financial services, local community news. Now, also cell phones and electronics is good, but they're very hard to stick in. So we pay for the ad here. I think it's $3 we paid. $3 to get this one to stick, okay? We might spend $100 on Craigslist ads for the month, guys, but we're at $28,000 for the month. So it's okay. I'm cool with spending $100 in Craigslist ads to make a ton of money. I don't know about you guys, but that's a pretty decent return on investment, right? Now, I'm also doing some paid Facebook ads, so quick disclaimer, but we're probably gonna hit about 40,000 this month on eBay. So we're investing about $1,500 in paid ads between Facebook groups and Craigslist, but we're at $40,000 for the month, so it's pretty good. If you don't want to do paid ads, okay, if you don't want to do paid ads, just do local news, do wanted by owner, do cell phones or electronics, and just there's plenty of videos in the course that show you guys exactly how to do this, all right? So just watch that. Kevin says, what's the quote that your mentor said? I'm not sure what quote you're talking about on that, Kevin. Refresh my memory and then I'll say it, because I'm not sure which quote you mean. Remy says, I'm in the section for, oh, okay, I already saw that. So let me just tell you really quick, because we don't have time to go over, I don't know. Do you guys want me to just go into someone's Craigslist account and critique it? Do you want to post a live ad? What do you guys want to do? Oh, someone says, don't trip over the dollar to get the nickel. Right, that's the quote that my millionaire mentor said. Let's post an ad. All right, let's do this. Let's just do, so you go to new posting, okay? Let's go new posting. You guys pick a category. What category do you want to post in? Let's just do an easy one. Let's do wanted by, you want to do wanted by owner, or do you want to do a tricky one, like service offer, like a paid ad? You guys type in the chat which one you want to use. Financial services, wanted by owner, wanted. Financial services cost $5 to post an ad in, just so you know. Wanted by owner is free. Azure says a paid ad, a free ad. Well, I mean, if we're going to do a paid ad, that means you guys are all going to have to pay for the ad. Are you okay with that? I got like half and half. Half people want me to do a paid ad, half people want me to do a free ad. So I'm not sure. Paid? All right, let's do a paid ad. So it's really easy to do a paid ad. You go to service offered, continue, okay? See, and it gives you the price breakdown right here for financial services. This is a good one, guys. I like financial services because what do people do when they need money? They look for places to give them loans, paycheck loans, payday loans, pawn shops. That's where everybody goes, is the financial service section when they need cash. So that's why I like to play. It's worth the $5 because those people are looking to get cash, so we're marketing right to people who are looking for what we're giving, right? So for a financial services post, here's what we'd want to do. We want to speak right to that person, right? So we want to have the word cash in the title for these type of posts, all right? For financial services, these people are looking for cash. We're going to want to put cash in the title. So cash paid for smartphones and electronics. Now, here's the thing. You guys can't all post the same title at the same time because Craigslist will flag all our ads. So you got to change this up just a little bit, all right? You got to somehow put cash paid for iPhones or something like that, cash paid for smartwatches, whatever, cash paid for electronics, but don't put cash paid for smartphones and electronics. If we all post at the same time, even if we're all in different parts of the country, Craigslist thinks we're some kind of massive bot and it flags all of us, all right? So you're going to put the location you're in. I'm in Warwick, so I'll put Warwick, Rhode Island, and put your zip code, 02886. Everybody following along? Any questions so far? Asher Black says cash paid for Apple products. You can do that, but a lot of people are using that ad because it was in one of my free videos, cash paid for Apple products. So I would probably do something more like cash paid for iPhones and iPads. Might make it a little bit better. Cash paid for tablets. Cash paid for MacBooks and iPhones might be a good one. Something in that nature. I don't know if I do cash for Apple products, though. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but everybody seems to love pictures in their ads for some reason. We don't really like pictures as much. I use mostly text in my Craigslist ads because they stick better that way. You can use pictures, but I would watch the videos in the course for that because it's very detailed, the things that you want to do on a picture. So watch the course videos in section 4. It'll break it down. All right, but we're going to just do a text body. So cash paid for smartphones and electronics. Let's write I buy all kinds of used phones and electronics with the purpose of reselling. Now this is a little bit wordier ad, but these stick more. Okay, it's a little different than when you see me put in the videos. I buy all kinds of used phones, electronics with the purpose of reselling them. I try to pay the best prices I can and am able to come to you if necessary. Okay, let me break down why I say this. So when I talk like this, I try to pay the best prices. Normally, everybody says they're the best. But so people are so tired of hearing people say, I'm the best, I pay the best, that they think it's bullshit now, right? How many times have you ever been to the business? We have the best ice cream. We have the best cars. We have the best this. And you know, it could be the worst place in the world and they're saying this, right? That means nothing anymore. Absolutely nothing. So when you're the honest guy, when you're like, you know, I try to do the best I can, people actually respect you more because you're like, you're kind of almost like admitting like, I'll do my best for you. I'll try. I'm not the best, but I'll try to be the best. It actually works better for most people because they see that you're honest. Chris says, yes, laugh out loud. Remy says, long firm works better. Do we sound like a person or a company? You want to sound more like a person. You never want to sound like a company when you're advertising on Craigslist. Because the Craigslist users don't like the corporate guy. They like the local, just the average Joe type of guy. So you want to be more like the everyman on these posts, okay? So I'm just like a regular, genuine guy. I buy all kinds of used phones and electronics for the purpose of reselling them. I try to pay the best prices I can, and I'm able to come to you if necessary. Give me a call anytime. I usually work 7 days a week and respond fairly quickly. See, these little subtle things are so important. I respond fairly quickly because see, now people know I'm being honest again. I'm gonna say, oh yeah, I'm gonna respond the second, because that's called overpromising. It's not believable. Even if you can really pull it off, most people can't. So that I'm like, I usually work 7 days a week and I respond fairly quickly. Give me a call anytime. This is a very welcoming, friendly way of saying, give us a call. Chris says, I like that. Yeah. Okay. See, this is what most people put. Call me. Okay. It's very cold. It's very basic, like everybody else is doing. All your competitors are doing that. Sound a little different. Sound like a decent, normal guy, and you'll get a whole lot more business, right? Give me a call anytime. Usually work 7 days a week and respond fairly quickly. 401-555-5555, whatever your phone number is. Boom. This is an amazing ad, guys. You put up 10 or 15 ads like this, you're going to get some calls, okay? Now, it takes a little creativity for this, but you guys, you know, if you want to make money, you got to do the things that people are making money are doing, right? So, any questions on this right here? Did you guys find this helpful for writing ads? We're going to continue on, but I want to stop at this point to take questions or get a little bit of feedback here. Ryan says, yes. Joseph says, very helpful. Larry says, yes. Is everybody posting the ad with me here? Eric says, what was the subcategory? Oh, we're in financial services, remember. We're paying $5 for this ad. Now, the cool thing about this is it's going to stick up there for 30 days. Jamai says, yes. And the reason why I do the financial services, see, I put cash paid for smartphones and electronics. How about this? I'll tell you each category. I'll tell you which type of headline to use, okay? What type of thing you want to look for. We'll do that in a second. Asher says he just posted it. Boom. Good job, man. That's great. Okay, I don't really fill this in. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Okay? Or you could put no replies to this email. The phone number, you know, put whatever. Put your phone number. I'm not going to use any of this stuff. We'll go ahead and continue. I don't do the map. Don't do the map. You know, I don't want to do images. I want this nice little post like this. Cash paid for smartphones and electronics. Who would call this ad? I would call this ad, right? If this was like a mechanic, like a guy who does landscaping or someone to fix my appliances, like this is a type of ad I would call. The guy seems friendly. He seems very welcoming, right? Seems like professional. I would call this guy all day. That's how you want people. You want to think like if I was shopping for a service, would I call me, right? So, you know, I read this. I buy all kinds of used phones, electronics. It's very informative. It tells the point. It's professional. It's not gimmicky. There's good grammar. I try to pay the best prices. Oh, this guy's pretty honest, and I'm able to come to you if necessary. He's not over-promising. I like that already because I want to deal with someone genuine. I'm tired of these scammers. Give me a call anytime. I work 7 days a week and I respond fairly quickly. Super nice. I'm already when I'm calling that guy, I'm already kind of like pre-sold. Someone says, do you click OK for others to contact you? No, I do not. Because you just get a bunch of advertisements and spam like that. All right. If you post in 3 per day across 5 accounts, you repost the first one before it expires. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Sonny. That's kind of a confusing question. Do you repost the first? You just do 3 a day across all your accounts, it doesn't matter which account you choose. Just don't do more than 3 a day across all your Craigslist accounts, because Craigslist tracks how many ads you're doing on one IP address. So just post 3 ads total across all your accounts. It doesn't matter which account you do first. Okay. So that's it. Then you just publish it. Hit publish and boom, done. I'm not going to publish this because we've already got these, and I'm in Whistler right now, Canada. So I'm not going to, it's going to mess up the IP. I don't want to do that. Okay, so let's do some different ads, right? Let's pick different categories. Let's say I'm gonna go new posting. Let's say we do one in, let's do wanted by owner. Here's a couple headlines for wanted by owner section. Looking to buy used phones. See, when you're in the wanted section, what are people there to do? What are people there in the wanted section? Why do people post in the wanted section? Because they want to what? They're looking to buy, right? So see, this headline fits with the section. The problem is a lot of people just spam Craigslist with all these ads that aren't very relevant, and that's why they're always getting flagged. That's why people aren't calling your ads, because you're not using relevant titles to the sections that you're posting in. So if you're going to post in the wanted section of Craigslist, use an ad that's relevant to wanted section. Looking to buy used phones. I need an or let's say seeking damaged phones or electronics to buy. This is another good ad like this for the wanted section. Seeking damaged phones or electronics to buy. You can change the wording up a little bit, something like that. Okay. Someone says you get more leads on Craigslist than Facebook, offer up and let go. We don't even use the apps. Guys, these, I'm going to tell you right now, see this right here? These sales are with one account on Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, Craigslist, and some paid Facebook ads. That's it. No apps. We don't use the apps. None. Zero. Okay? So now don't get me wrong. I mean, if you want to use the apps, that's good. But if you don't have 50 Craigslist ads, or you're not posting it in 10 Facebook groups a day, and you have 50 Craigslist ads, you have zero business being on the apps. Zero. Okay? Because guys, even without my paid Facebook ads, I'd be at 16,000 for the month right now with just Craigslist and Facebook groups. We don't use the apps at all. I think the apps are good, but only if you've done the basics with Craigslist and Facebook first. Don't even touch the apps. People try to use the apps because they're very easy and they give false sense of hope. You'll get a bunch of messages, but you don't get a lot of decent leads like that. Do the Craigslist first and Facebook, and then go to the apps after that. Okay, so let's get back to the headlines here. Seeking damaged phones or electronics to buy. Let me give you one more for the wanted section. Let's do buying all phones, all carriers, all conditions. Boom. That's a great one for the wanted section as well. Buying, looking to buy, seeking to buy, in search of. Okay, let's pick another category. If you're finding this helpful, say yes. If you're not finding it helpful, let me know if if this isn't helpful for you, so I can know whether to carry on or not. I say yes, 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 absolutely, yes, yes. Okay, so it must be helpful. All right, let's post another category. So if we're going to post to, let's do a really tricky one. This is the hardest category to get an ads to stick in, and I can get them to stick all day, but you got to be really smart about it. For the sale by owner section, cell phones. Here's the thing. Craigslist doesn't want people looking to buy stuff in this category because the cell phone section is there to do what? Sell phones, right? So you got to make it look like almost you're selling a phone in this section. So like, or something like, I need iPhone 6, 7, or 8 to buy. So this kind of looks like to Craigslist that even if you're not selling a phone, like you're there shopping for a phone. You're not just like a commercial business or something like that. That's what they don't like in this section. So you want to make it look like you're there as just like a general guy buying phones. I need iPhone 6, 7, or 8 to buy, or I need a Galaxy S8 or S7. Pick like the best smartphones you could pick. And you can get a couple of these to stick, right? Or like, I need an iPhone X. Just that one right there. You can make a lot of money on iPhone X's right now because there's a lot of profit margin on those. Someone says, does that sound desperate? I mean, who cares? Right? I mean, like, at the end of the day, the only thing I care about is people call me. So, I don't know. to me, it sticks. So if you want to get an ad to stick in a section where there's tons of people looking for phones that have phones they got to get rid of, I think it's worth it. Because think about it, when people go to shop on Craigslist, this is what they're doing. So you gotta study consumer habits, right? So if we're looking, let's say we go to cell phones. Let's look at some of the things here. This guy's got a smartphone, iPhone 8 unlocked, iPhone 7, 6 Plus. Guess what? If I'm looking to buy, let's say, an iPhone 8, what phone do I probably have? I probably have an iPhone 6 or 6S. What do I want to do with that 6 or 6S if I'm buying an iPhone 8? Everybody fill in the blank. What do I want to do?
Get rid of it.
I want to get rid of it. I want to sell it, right? So if my ad sticks here and it says cash for phones or I need to buy, and I can catch that person off guard, guess what? I can buy those phones at dirt cheap prices, because the people here, if someone sees your ad accidentally and they're just looking to buy a phone and they call you, do you think they're shopping around for who pays the highest prices, guys? Absolutely not. They're going to just take whatever offer you can get, because they didn't even realize they could sell their phone for cash. They didn't know it. So if it sounds good to them, they take it. So these are some of the best leads to get. But you got to be really smart about it. All right. Any questions on that? Any questions on getting to stick in this? You could do it for the cell phone or the electronics section. Same deal in those. Let's see. Are there people that go through Craigslist? This is the algorithm. You guys, most people don't get flagged by human beings. They get flagged by Craigslist algorithms. I see so many people say, oh, there's people flagging my ads. No, they're not. Just so you know, to flag an ad, right? If let's say I want to flag this guy's ad, and I hit flag, let me see, or I hit prohibited or whatever. You know, like 3 or 4 other people have to flag the ad as well in order for it to come down. One person can't take an ad down. You can't just flag an ad like that. It has to be flagged by multiple people. Very rarely do people actually flag your ads. It's always Craigslist flags your ads, because you're doing something Craigslist doesn't like. Your ads look spammy. You don't have good grammar. The titles don't look good, or they look unprofessional. You know, if you've got a headline that has like 1 million different characters in all capitals, that looks spammy. So let's look at some things that look like that Craigslist hates, that look terrible. I'll pick out some terrible ads. This looks terrible. Paying up to 70% for gift start and store credit. Horrible, unprofessional, and spammy. All caps. People hate that. Exclamation marks too. They hate exclamation marks. Okay. Let's look for another one. People are trying to copy our ads here. Look at this, Middletown. They copied my ads exactly in my free YouTube videos. That's why you got to be careful. If the ads are in my free YouTube videos, everybody's copying those. So Craigslist might flag your ads. Just be careful with that. Let's look for another terrible ad. This is not good. Wanted Tektronix service manuals. I don't like that. Too much symbols and it's kind of spammy. Wanted old door. Like, that's not good either. Bubble wrap and peanuts wanted. Those are amateurish. This is very amateurish. Looks terrible. Don't do ads like that. Flute music books for sale. These are not good. They're not going to flag you if you have one ad like that. But if you're going to do a bunch of ads and they have all caps like that, they don't like that stuff. All right. And unfortunately, all the bad ads aren't going to show because Craigslist flagged them. So the worst ones, I can't really show you examples. All right. Any questions at this point? Grant says, stop giving away your good stuff for free. Well, this is the good stuff, guys. The stuff I give away in my free videos is nothing compared to what you guys get. Yeah, Jesus says, hey, Dave, are there any scammers through Craigslist? My fear is someone texting me from Craigslist to sell a phone and I get robbed or something. I mean, I never had any problems with that. Amy used to go buy phones, and she met up with people, and she never got robbed. As long as you meet in a public place, I think it's okay, you know? And just be careful who you're doing business with, guys. A lot of the people I see having problems are doing things like they're selling iCloud locked phones. They're buying, like, from really shady characters. When you lay down with dogs, you get fleas, guys. So just be careful, like, who you do business with, and you'll be okay. But you know, you got to look at the whole story. When you see someone that, you know, has something bad happen to them, you got to look at like who they've been doing business with as well. There's usually not many people have the guts to just stone cold rob someone that they don't know. Very, very rarely is that the case. It's always somebody that you've already done business with that would do something like that to you. It's because you're doing business with shady people. So just be careful. And always meet them in a public place. Okay. And we haven't had that many people that have had any issues. Let's see. Next question, guys. Anything else? Joseph says my ads get flagged a lot. So Joseph, you need to watch the course videos in section 4 of the course on the Craigslist. And I explained that multiple times, how to not get flagged on Craigslist in those videos very extensively. So please watch those videos, section 4 of the course, okay? Eli said, if someone's profile is holding guns, would you meet up with them? I mean, what do you think? I mean, I don't know. Like, if you see the guy holding guns up in his profile, I probably wouldn't do business with that person. Just like, you know, I don't know. If his name is like Tricky Trickster and he's got a gun and he's like, you know, and he's posting all these like gangster photos, you might not want to go buy a phone from Tricky Trickster, right? Maybe like do some business with somebody else. And you're laughing at those names. I've seen them. Like, there's those weird guys' names that have things like that, like Sly Fox or something, or weird things like that. Don't do business with those guys, obviously. All right. Chris says, no money is worth my life. Anyways, let's focus on the big thing, guys, here, because 60% of you aren't at $55,000 a month. So let's focus on the stuff that's going to make you some money, all right? Unless you're so scared to buy phones, you're going to get robbed that you're not making any money. If that's the case, we can talk about getting robbed all day. But in the meantime, let's talk about making some money. Who here wants to make some money? Anybody? Who here is ready to do $10,000 a month? Okay? Guys, small people focus on small things. Big people focus on big things, right? Be smart, be safe, use your head, right? But let's focus on big picture stuff. Let's focus on the basics. 50 Craigslist ads, posting in 10 groups a day. Stop worrying about eBay scammers or all this negative stuff. I see some posts in my Facebook group, guys. I'm a little disappointed sometimes because I'm like, you know, if these people just focused on just the positive things and the basic, they'd be crushing it. You will never hear a negative thing out of Aaron Goldstein's mouth. Aaron Goldstein's my head coach. He usually averages $30,000 to $40,000 a month. You won't hear him ever mention the word scammer. You won't ever hear him talking about some customer bullshitting him or shady people. Like, he's only talking positive, and his attitude is what keeps him in business, right, guys? So keep your attitude in check. Stay off the negative stuff. Don't use street talk. Don't say things like scammers. Don't worry about little basic things. Don't worry about unlocking phones and all this technical crap. Just focus on the basics. Getting ads, placing ads to get calls, and working on negotiating to close those calls. If you do that, you're going to do well in this business. Chris says, I'm hitting 30,000, working on not being negative. Aaron helped me so much. Focus on the basics, okay? Guys, just so you know, you don't need to post in the Facebook group every time something negative happens, because all you're doing is just giving power to that problem, right? What you want to do is, if you're not at 10,000 a month, is say, guys, I suck. I'm not getting a lot of calls. How can I get more calls? My Craigslist ads are getting flagged. Can you give me some ways that I can help? What is the best course video to watch in order to improve myself? You want to make sure you're asking good questions that are going to lead you to get good results. Make sense? I don't want to be preachy like this too much, but just giving you guys a little bit of motivation. Will says, what about making a buyback website? Okay, so guys, we're talking about buying phones here, right? I'm at 30,000 a month. I don't have a buyback website. So should we focus on something like that? I'm going to ask Will, what's your sales at right now? Are you at over 10,000 a month at the moment? So guys, if you're not at 10,000 a month, right, you have no business posting on apps, trying to create websites, doing any fancy things, guys, until you hit 10,000 a month. Will says I average about 10,000 a month. Okay, that's good. So if you're at 10,000 a month, you do have the right to ask that question. Good. I don't think a buyback site is the best to do right now, though, because Gazelle has that market pretty cornered, and it takes very advanced marketing with websites in order to do that. And people are very skeptical right now because you can just go to the ATM, the eco ATMs, and give cash, or you come to like my stores and give cash. I think it's better to do it locally at the moment and just figure out how to scale from that. There's still plenty of room. 10,000 a month is still not a lot. That's like the bare minimum to doing good. You know, I've got a lot of members. I have 4 members that hit over 50,000 in a month flipping phones before. So there's still plenty of room to improve. I mean, you know, like my worst months were hitting 18, 19,000 a month on my absolute worst months. And that was before I was even using paid traffic. So there's still plenty of room to expand with those sales numbers. Jesus says, my issue is time. So we've got about 5 or 10 minutes left. What do you guys want to talk about the most right now? Type your number one thing that you want to know. Would you like to talk about time management? Would you like to talk about, Jesus, why don't you unmute yourself? Let's chat for a second. Talk about your mindset or time or whatever your issue is. Maybe this will help everybody. Are you able to unmute yourself, Jesus?
Hey, David.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How about you?
Good. I don't know if I ever got to talk to you one-on-one on a group chat before. Good to see you.
Yeah, so my time management, my issue is that I work at 7 in the morning and I'm usually off at work around 7, sometimes 8, sometimes 9. And during my job, my shift, it's really hard for me to post ads because every time I work, it's always busy. I work at a Valvoline instant oil change job.
Okay.
So whenever a customer comes in, I have to, do my job, right? So
Sure.
it's really hard for me to post ads, and my big issue is time management.
All right. So what are your exact working hours so I know to know what hours you're available?
From 7 a.m. until around 7 p.m. So 12-hour shift.
So you're working every day, 5 days a week?
Yeah.
All right. So how much are you making at that job if you don't mind me asking?
I make $11.75 an hour plus every month I get like $1,000 around their bonus.
So I remember a year ago, Aaron Goldstein, you know Aaron, right?
Yeah.
Right. I remember he was making $11 an hour at T-Mobile, and I remember when he hit 6,000 his first month in sales. And I had a little chat with Aaron, and I said to him, Aaron, you're doing fantastic. Congratulations. This is where I was able to talk to my course members a little bit more. I have a lot of members now, so like he got in early when I was still kind of like smaller. But now that I've got a lot of members and I've kind of blown up a lot, I don't get to do this. But in the beginning, I said to Aaron, when are you going to hit 20,000? And he said, well, I work at my job, so it limits my time a lot. And I said, well, your job might be getting in the way you're making some money. And he says, well, you're right. He said, but then, I'm nervous because I've got that guaranteed income coming in every week. And I said, how much you making? He said, $11 an hour. I said, all right, so let's take a look at it. At the time, he was working 40 hours a week, right? And I said, you work 40 hours a week. That means you bring home about $450 a week. I said, right now, part-time, you did $7,000 for the month part-time. All right, you made about $3,000 profit. So I said, part-time, you made double what you make at your job now. Is that correct? He said, yes. Part-time, you made double. I said, okay. Do you think if you quit your job, you can at least make $450 a week with the extra 40 hours that you'll be free? And he said, probably I could. I said, do you have a little bit of money saved? He said, yeah. I said, all right. Well, it's up to you. You could continue to make $11 an hour. Do you love that job? He said, no, I don't love the job. I said, or you could take a shot and just figure out how to do $440 a week and just make sure you're confident that in 40 hours you can make that $400. Well, 4 months later, Aaron was doing $40,000 a month. And 4 months later from that conversation, Aaron had the nerve to quit his job and do that. Now, I'm not telling you should quit your job, but that's what Aaron did, okay?
Yeah.
He was scared. Aaron did not want to quit his job because he said, I remember we had that conversation 4 times before he actually quit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Aaron you know today is not the same Aaron from a year ago, right? So he became Aaron because he was willing to do the things that some people aren't willing to do. So you're working a 12-hour job making $11 an hour. I'm going to tell you right now, it's almost impossible for you to get decent results in a business working those hours for somebody else.
It is.
Wrong with you. Okay?
It is.
I don't like to sugarcoat things. So here's the thing, right? So you have a choice, Jesus. You can settle and work for somebody else and put money in somebody else's pocket for the rest of your life, or you can take a chance. So all smart business people never only look at the positive sides. That's foolish, right? You got to look at the negative. So let's look at worst case scenario, right? Worst case scenario, you quit that job. How much money you got in the bank, if you don't mind me asking?
About $1,200 right now.
All right, that's not enough. You need more. Aaron had about $3,000 in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, isn't it? Now he's getting $5,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
So he had about $3,000. That's a little bit bigger. You want more of a cushion. $1,200 is not enough. So what you're going to do is this. How long can it take you to save $3,000? I don't care if you got to eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches. You're going to do it if you want to change your life.
That I can make that happen in about 3 months, 2 months.
All right. So 2 months, make a plan. Write it down and put it on your freaking wall. I want you to write $3,000 saved, and in big letters underneath that, write freedom.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Freedom. And stare at it every freaking day. And I want so when you're at your job and you're working for that $11 an hour, next time you want to go buy something nice, you want to go out to eat, you take that money and you stick it in your savings jar instead of going out and you look at that sign that says freedom and say, do I want to spend $50 on this meal going out or taking this girl out for dinner, or do I want freedom? Am I going to sacrifice 2 months of my life for freedom? Yes, you are. Okay, so you're going to save up $3,000. All right, and then you can probably let that job go, because worst case scenario, if you quit and for some reason, because you never know what's going to happen. Maybe you just can't figure out phone flipping. It's not likely, but I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you can't. Can you get another job for $11 an hour? Worst case scenario.
Yeah, I can. Worst case scenario, if I don't hit
Let's say 2 months goes by, you're running out of the $3,000 that you had saved up, and you're like, you need a job back. Can you just go back to work somewhere else and get cash? Is that possible?
Yeah, I remember my old job. He said, "Hey man, if you ever need job, you ever need some extra cash, always message me. Don't hesitate to ask."
This is what you do. Do an amazingly good job. Like, be the best employee your boss has ever seen. Because remember, you're going to be your own employee anyways. You're a business owner, right? So you're going to be working for yourself. So practice on your skills right now. Use these next 2 months to save money and like sell more than anybody in that company. Be amazing. And then tell your boss, hey, I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to try it for 2 months. I'd love it if it didn't work out, if you let me back. If not, that's cool. But, I'd always like to consider it maybe coming back in the next couple months. You don't have to keep my position open. But I tell you what, if you're a beast like that and you're an amazing employee, Jesus, they'll always hire you. I promise you right now, 100% they'll hire you back. So,
Okay.
But you got to be good. You got to be so good that they're begging to keep you. All right? And you know what the funny thing is? The cool thing about that is when you go to leave, they're going to try to offer you more money if you're that good. So even if you don't go start your own business, this is a great strategy to increase your hourly wage. They'll probably offer you $13, $14 an hour. So
yeah.
it's a good strategy regardless, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So anyways, does that make you feel a little bit better? Does that answer your question, you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. I really appreciate it, David.
All right, good luck.
Yeah.
Man. Wouldn't it be crazy if we had this on record on a group chat, and a year later you were like Aaron?
Oh man.
Because
that would be a great
Aaron
feeling.
That guy, he was just like you. Same thing.
Yeah. Like I can imagine. Let's say 3 months later, I'm making $20,000 a month, and I look back on this video, and I will say, "Man, I can't believe I actually did it." So I'm gonna try that strategy that you told me, man. I gotta live my life. I have to go for that freedom.
Save that 3,000. Stick that freedom on the wall, man. The only difference, Jesus, between people who get what they want and the people that don't get what they want in life, Jesus, the people that get what they want, they just go after it. It's the only difference. The only difference. It isn't luck. It isn't who their parents are. It's just a decision. It's a decision to do it. So today's your decision. We have you on record. So good luck.
Yeah, man. I mean, today, I had leads. I didn't close any deals. I was kind of feeling a little down, but now this actually hyped me up. I feel all this. I have goosebumps right now, so I feel good. I really appreciate that.
Write it down, freedom, right now on a piece of paper. We're going to hold you accountable. Can you do it right now?
I can do that right now.
You want to do it while you're in the moment. Just get it down right now. Don't hesitate. Because if you do, you'll overthink about it.
All right, I'm writing it right now. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Start video.
And for anybody else, you guys could do the same thing if you're in that same position as Jesus. I don't know if you guys found this helpful. I know this is kind of custom to Jesus' situation, but whatever you want, this is a great strategy to get it. Or if you're looking to leave your job, whatever I just said works. Now, if you're making $100,000 a year at your job, I wouldn't suggest this strategy, But if you're making $11 an hour, this would probably be effective.
Yeah, wrote it down, David.
Awesome. I love it. All right, Jesus, good luck to you.
I really appreciate it, man. I really do.
No problem. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next couple months. It's going to be such a great story. Love to do that interview with you for YouTube.
I'm not going to let you down. I got this.
All right. Good luck, man.
Thank you, man.
Grant says, I wrote down my goals list for 2018. Awesome. If you have a goal and you go for it, you're going to be unstoppable. That's, so many. The reason why I am where I am today with the $1 million business traveling the world, it's pretty cool. Like, we're at 80,000 for the month of my business, and I have only been home for 1 day this month. 1 day. I was in Florida. I've been to Vancouver. I've been to Victoria, and I'm not bragging, but I've been home for 1 day traveling the world, and I did 80,000 this month. And it's because I wrote goals down, and I did just what I told. I took those chances, like I'm telling Jesus. I know this because I've done it myself, so I wouldn't tell anybody to do something I haven't personally done. All right, so I wish you the best of luck, guys. That's pretty much it for the group chat today. I hope it was inspiring and helpful for you guys. We're going to go out now and explore the mountains a little bit more and get ready for our trip to Seattle tomorrow. But you guys have a great day. Any last questions before we go? For all you guys, by the way, that are under 5,000, I'm counting on you to have twice as many Craigslist ads by next week as you had today. All right? I'm counting on you guys. Get as many, like if you only have 9 Craigslist ads, just do 18 for next week. 18 good solid ads next week. I hope you guys all can promise me that. So when we do the next group chat, you can say, Dave, I doubled my Craigslist ads. All right. And thank you guys for all this, the travel wishes and stuff. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next week.